and welcome. My name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a tutorial on vocodizing, or vocodexx is the name of the program. I've been researching this for some time, and now I've actually understood how to do it in a very basic form. So let's begin. So two things you're going to need to understand is mod and carrier, and in the manual it referenced through car and mod. Mod being a modular, and which is your VST, and your car, which is your carrier, which is your vocals. Now there's different ways of doing this, but your carrier could be a microphone line in, so as you talk it can record, or you can do it this way, which is the production way. So what we're going to need is an empty slot, and we need a sample. So let's have a look at FL stuff.
This stage
melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind.
That'll do. And I'm going to put this to number 1, and then we're going to use a VST. I'm going to use this one. It needs to be quite a full sound. Pianos and stuff just doesn't work. It needs to have quite a lot of color to it. This is going to be on number 2. I'm going to name these just in case. So this is vocals, or vocal / carrier, or car for short. We're going to put that into blue, and then this is the SYTHS versus mod, and it's going to be in red, just so you can know what is what. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is click on number 1, little arrows down here, right click, side chain to this track only. Okay, and you don't need to turn that up, just leave it as is. Second thing is go to your channel 2, go to slot 1, go to your vocodexx. I have this as a preset to save me a bit of time, just basically those two going up. If you didn't do this, up on top here, this would be 0, 0, like this. You would have to sidechain this over to channel 2 to make this go into number 1. And basically number 1 is your Vox car, which is that one there. Okay, so let's go into the acapella and just put, let's say for example, 7 bars long. Of course you won't hear anything, that's okay, that's fine. What you need to do then is go into your VST. Let's start somewhere down here, C3, and let's do major scale, something like that.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man, not a god, but rap so timely. In the sinews of my aching body's course, I travel blindly.
As you can hear, it works perfectly. Now, there's a few little settings we can do to this. So as we listen to it, I probably can make a loop.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, 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 melting to the imprisoned image.
So what this one is your carrier pass level. As it's up higher, you'll hear the sound of your synth, but you don't want, so you're going to bring that down to the bottom. And
melting to the imprisoned.
You can change this frequency until it sounds for the sound that you're looking for.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, melting.
I think having it lower at 70 Hz, it's more bassier.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, melt.
And those seems to
melting, melting.
That's some sound or noise.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, melting to the imprisoned image.
And you have your volume or your wet level. Let's change this up then.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged, 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 melting to the. Now I need to have more bars, so it's at 24 bars, so I'm going to increase this to about 50. Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged.
Gives it a bit more depth. Let's try 60.
Melting to the imprisoned image.
50.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damage, 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 melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divine.
Let's do a minor.
Bereft so timely, in the sinews of my face, travel blindly. Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching. Melting.
Alright, so you get the idea of that, right? What you can do is you can change up your chords in the VST. So let's start something easy.
Melting to the imprisoned image of melting to an image of damaged mind, wrapped divinely, but man of God, bereft so timely, melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blindly.
Alright. What else you can do? You can go up an extra higher. So let's take this and go up an octave.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body. Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in
Melting to the imprisoned image of a
damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man.
Now, the more vocodexx you have on, the less clarity of your sample is going to be.
Melting to the imprisoned
image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time,
expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blind. Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man.
C3.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blindly.
Alright, so that's the basic understanding, and from this you can do other stuff. You can change. Now, some people are going to be asking me, what about the stuff down here?
Vocodexx.
This stuff. Well, this stuff is for live production, and so this you cannot use this for a piano roll. I've tried multiple times. I've tried different methods, and this is the only method I actually got this thing to work. Unfortunately, you can play with it live.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blindly. Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blindly.
Now, again, that's for live production, so we don't actually need that. Even though it sounds great, you can try and find those sounds through VST. You can use any VST. Like, for example, if I use FL keys, it's not going to sound great, but don't change your mixer channel, by the way.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind.
It doesn't sound very much, does it? If we use synth.
Melting to the imprisoned image.
Let me see, something interesting. Actually, the defaults are pretty nice.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my.
And before we run out, I'm going to add some effects. Your effects should be on Ascend, not on your second channel, which is your mod. But your mod will be linked to the effect.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blindly. Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed divinely by a man of God, bereft so timely, in the sinews of my aching body's course I travel blindly. Melting to the imprisoned image.
So as you can see there, I put the chords onto the second one. It means you can change the volume of this separately. And I just put the reverb on Ascend, so that's always going to be on full.
Melting to the imprisoned image of a damaged mind, ravaged by an unforgiving time, expressed.
So you can experiment with this. Thank you for watching this video. Press like to it if you've liked it, and like to the page where this has been posted. Thank you very much. See you soon.